It's going to come upon people. And fiery indignation. Because the Most High is fire from his waist up and fire from his waist down. That's why he said, I'm going to melt you. I'm going to melt you, he said. Fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversary, because you become the enemy of the Most High. See, a lot of people, they caught up in the world, the people that's of the world, and they gonna burn with them. And you be the first one burning. They be like, oh, I thought you was righteous. Oh, but you burning. That's why I say people don't know the Most High. And it's like, that's why he say fear him, because he thought enough of us to allow us to come into this knowledge, wisdom, understanding of him and his truth and his rules and regulations that he created. And then we go off? Man. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power, man. But people not afraid of them. Let's bring some more. Spirit. Psalm 78. Verse 43. Oh, you've been holding back for a long time. That's why David said, hold not thy peace, O Most High. Be not still, O Most High. That's the times we're coming in right now. Psalm 78. And we're going to start at verse 43. How he had wrought his signs in Egypt. Like we just read about some of them. And his wonders in the field of Zoan. And had turned their rivers into blood, and their floods that they could not drink. Turned the rivers into blood, so they couldn't drink. He sent diverse sorts of flies. We just read about the flies. Different sorts of flies. Not the same kind of flies, different kind of flies. Remember he said it forth the spirit, they are created. It say these flies were different kinds of flies among them, which devoured them. Flies devoured them. And frogs, he sent frogs on them, which destroyed them. Flies destroyed them. Frogs destroyed them. He gave also his increase unto the caterpillar, and their labor upon the locusts, upon caterpillars and locusts among them. He destroyed their vines with hail. We read about the hail. And their sycamore trees with frost. He gave up their cattle also to the hail, and their flocks to hot thunderbolts. Lightnings destroying them. I mean, it's just, I've looked at this, it's like, it's unimaginable. Hell, hell is like rain coming down, but it's fire intermingled with it. Ooh. Verse 48. He gave up their cattle also to the hail, and their flocks to hot thunderbolts. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation. How? And trouble. How? By sending evil angels among them. By sending Satan's imps among them. Evil angels among them. You know about them evil angels? Evil spirits among them. Oh yeah. Look at Ecclesiasticus. Go to the book of Ecclesiasticus. (39) and 28. I believe this is Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. Yeah. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. And they're all around you right now. Spirits all around you. right now. It's a battle between good and evil. And you have those things that are invisible that's around you too. That Mashiach Shai said he made things visible and invisible. Sometimes they show up and they show up and they do things that's you don't see anybody, but you know that something is there doing something. Oh yeah. There be spirits, angels, that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. He sent forth his spirits. He sent forth his spirit. They are created. They appease the wrath of the Most High who made them. What did he make? Spirits that are created for vengeance. Fire. These are spirits that are created for vengeance. Fire and hail and famine and death is a spirit. Death is a spirit too. I mean, that's why he said, look, go to Revelations, the 20th chapter. Look, this is just when the judgment comes. Look at I'll read verse 12. This is the judgment. Verse 20 and 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High, and the Mashiach Shai, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the book of books. In the books. Because you got books. The Most High recording everything that we do in these mortal bodies, according to their works. That's everything you do. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered death. Hear that? Death. There's a spirit, an angel called death. And hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged every man according to their works. Listen, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. So now, right, you got death angels, death spirits. Verse 29 of Ecclesiastes 39. Fire and hail and famine, food shortages, and death. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. Death, spirit. All these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Hear that? Those that are evil to destruction. Teeth, it says, they shall rejoice in his commandment. He gonna tell them what to do. He always been telling them what to do. And they shall be ready upon earth. You know where they at? They're right here on the earth. And they shall be ready upon earth. When need is. When the Most High have a need for them, go deal with them. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. See, they in order. Angels are in order. Spirits are in order. We the ones out of order. Been programmed to be out of order. And you tell them about, I mean, it's amazing. It's like, who really cares? It's like, angels came, spirits came, and we fainted before angels. I want to worship them. So scared. He said, no, don't worship me, worship the Most High. Look, go to 2 Ezra 8:21. 2 Ezra 8:21, concerning these spirits and these angels, whose throne, the Most High's throne, is inestimable, cannot be measured. When we say the heavens of heavens can't contain him, so his throne, his powers from authority cannot be measured. It's inestimable. whose glory may not be comprehended. His glory of the Most High cannot be comprehended. Before whom the hosts, armies of angels stand with trembling. But understand, stand with trembling. That's why the Most High said this to the prophet King David. Psalms 99:1. The Most High reigneth. Let the people tremble. Verse 3. Let them praise thy great and terrible name, for it is holy. Say. So, the Most High said what? Verse 1 of Psalms 99 chapter. The Most High reigneth. Let the people tremble. Better hear what he's saying. These angels, these spirits are, let's go to Psalms 104. So I'm just saying angels and spirits. Let's define these spirits that we're talking about. Or it's the spirit of the Most High, how it operates within us too. Psalms 104 and 4. Psalms 104 and 4. Who maketh his angels spirits. So maketh his angels spirits. That's the topic that we're dealing with. Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. So he maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. See, the angels are his servants, just like we the servants. That's why they would say, no, I'm your fellow brother. Don't bow down to me. Remember, they tremble before the Most High. Host armies of angels tremble before him. That's what we told us to tremble. But people think they think fear of the Most High means something different. You're gonna find out. You know, minister is one that takes care of something, or tends to something, or cares for it, you know. But you say you make of angel spirits. His minister is a flaming fire. So the angels also are messengers. Go to Jeremiah 23 and 29. What is this fire? Is not my word, the Most High word, like as a fire, said the Most High, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? The Most High. So the angels bringing the word of the Most High. We always been dealing with angels or spirits. Always. So I showed you the Most High created a Mashiach Yahushua. Then in Genesis 1 and 1 and Genesis 1 and 2, the Most High had a Mashiach Yahushua create everything else. Look at just to prove that, go to Ephesians, right to the point. Ephesians 3 and 9. Ephesians 3 and 9. But see, if you're not spiritual, this will go right over your head. You won't even see this. Ephesians 3 and 9. And to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, something that's unknown, a secret, which from the beginning of the world has been hid in the Most High. From the beginning, we went to the beginning of the world, Genesis 1 and 1, right? But it's been hid in the Most High, who created all things by Hamashiach Yahushua. So, if he created all things by Hamashiach Yahushua, and we read in Genesis, the 2nd chapter, the Spirit of the Most High moved upon waters and started to create what the Most High said. The angels are ministers of the Most High, fulfilling what he says. Remember, they're not going to, disobey him. We just read that. They're right on the earth. When they're on the earth, they're not going to they're not going to disobey him. So now, we covered that. Let's go to Job, the 27th chapter. Because we're dealing with spirit. So we're going to cover it in many different forms. Job 27th chapter. We'll start at verse 1 to 3. Job 27 and 1. Moreover, Job continued his parable and said, it's a riddle, as the Most High liveth, who have taken away my judgment, and the Almighty, who have vexed my soul. So he realized, even though Satan did it, that is from the Most High. All the while my breath, listen at this closely, all the while my breath is in me, all the while this breath is in him, and the Spirit of the Most High is in my nostrils. Okay? The Spirit of the Most High is in my nostrils. Now let's go to the book of Genesis 2 and 7. When the Most High created Adam in his way. Genesis 2 and 7. All praise and glory to the Most High. He's worthy to be praised. Genesis 2 and 7. And the Most High power formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living soul. So, when you look at, Job was telling us that the Spirit of the Most High is in his nostrils. So, the Most High here made Adam from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, the Spirit of the Most High, and man became a living soul. See, he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, the air that we breathe is of the Most High, one of the spirits. Send forth his spirit, they are created. The air that we breathe is one of the spirits of the Most High. So man is made of what? Dust of the ground and the breath of life. Two elements. Dust of the ground and the breath of the Spirit of the Most High, which is the breath of life. That's what do we do with our nostrils? We breathe in oxygen coming from the Most High. Look at Romans 8. Romans 8 and 9. That's why when people are deceased, first thing they do is check, see if they're breathing. You got a pulse, so they put near your, see if their hand near their or some part of your body near their nose to see if they're breathing. Once the Most High stop their breath, He give us breath and take it away. Romans the 8th chapter, the 9th verse. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit, if so be that the Spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now if any man have not the Spirit of a Mashiach, he is not of his. So he let you know, the Spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Jump at verse 1. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Mashiach Yahushua, or rolling by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, in the name of the anointed Savior, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. That's why it's a battle between the flesh and the Spirit. When you allow your flesh to overcome, your lust and your desires overcome you from the Spirit, that's why your spirit got to overcome the flesh. You got to work on that, though. It's not easy, but it's still, once you understand this, that's why he's saying, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. These are ones that have the life of the Most High in them. For the law of the Spirit of the life is in a Mashiach Yahushua, have made me free from the law of sin and death. Because when you understand the Spirit of life that's within us all, if we operate and are able to transform into this continually, daily, as we live our life, as we have this breath of life of the Most High in us, then you'll fight against the flesh. Because there's a war going on. And you'll be able to fight against the flesh. And everybody say, well, you used to be this way, but you're not that way because you have changed. You become this new creature. You become this new man, this new woman, and operating as you should as a child of the Most High. Or you remain the same. Because the world is fleshly. It's all carnal. Everything about it is carnal. Because of who's set up in this world to make you feel in a certain way. The God of this air. The airways and so forth. Social media and TV and well, you name it. It's all caught up in the God of the air. To try and have you go to hell with them. That's what it's all about. You got a choice to choose life or death. That's the only choices you have. Choose life or death. There's no other choices in this matter. Choose life or death. And when you think that death is carnal, the flesh, life is spirit. That's real simple. You're either going to fight or you're going to lose. Remember death and hell? A lot of people in hell, they're going to be come out of hell, they're going to be judged and thrown into the lake of fire. He just said death and hell will be thrown into the lake of fire. That's the choices we have. The law of the Spirit is life in a Mashiach Yahushua. I mean, he came here and gave his life for wretched us. And here we looking at, well, we gotta make sure that we enjoy hell. We in a condition called hell, so we're looking to be somebody in hell. Gotta be exalted. Look what I did. Look at me. Look at me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, somebody exalt you. Now you somebody. You gotta feel good, but somebody gotta make you feel okay. Let yourself be okay. You all right? Ain't nothing more important than the Most High calling you to know this truth. To be his servant. And hopefully, eventually, to be his friend. That's the ultimate. Just saying it makes me feel good. But Everybody have his own time of what he's gonna do and how they gonna do it. You see, his spirit dwells within us. So you have to stop doing the things that are wrong. Because he said you'll get beat with more stripes than those that's doing what's wrong. Isn't that something? You would think they would get more, right? Nope. Look, Deuteronomy 4:24. For the Most High, thy power, who we serve, Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is a consuming fire, even a jealous power. Hear that? They say his name is jealous. So he's consuming fire. Meaning what he's saying, I'll burn you up. He said I'm going to melt you. I don't think people believe it. I don't really think people believe that he will melt you. Y'all better understand and overstand who we talking about here. This is serious. This is as serious as it gets. And we don't know how long we have. You could die before the lesson over. Or I could. Any of us. Look at Numbers 15 and 30. That's why we gotta have our spirits right. Numbers 15 and 30. But the soul that doeth aught presumptuously, the same thing we read in Hebrews. Remember, there's no New Testament. A lot of things you read in the New Testament is from the understanding of what they knew about what they had to go by, the law and the prophets. That's why you see here. Let's go right with Hebrews 10:26. But the soul that doeth aught wickedness presumptuously, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproaches the Most High. Hear that? You disgracing the Most High. And that soul shall be cut off from among his people. So you're going to be cut off from among our people. That's how you keep sin away from us. Because he have despised the word of the Most High and have broken his commandment. That soul shall utterly be cut off. His iniquity shall be upon him. Okay. Let's continue. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day. So he gathered sticks on the Sabbath day. And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron. This is how serious the Sabbath day is, because a lot of y'all do whatever y'all want to do on the Sabbath day like it's an everyday thing to do. This man gathering sticks on the Sabbath day. This is what he was doing on Sabbath day. Not just one, but just what he was doing. When Sabbath day come, he was gathering sticks. And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron and unto all the congregation. And they put him in a ward. That's like a holding cell. Because it was not declared what should be done to him. You hear this? It wasn't declared what to do to him. He picking up sticks on the Sabbath. And the Most High said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death. And the Most High, so you don't get it twisted, this ain't Moses. And the Most High said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. And all the congregation brought him without the camp and stoned him with stones, and he died, as the Most High commanded Moses. So now, after this, the Most High get to telling us How we supposed to put these fringes on the border of our garments and the ribbon of blue on top of the fringe to remember the commandments. Don't play with the Most High now. Y'all can come up with your own Most High if you want to. You better understand. And to understand sin, we got to go to what the churches believe in, the New Testament. 1 John 3 and 4. Can't get no clearer than this, right? 1 John 3 and 4, the definition of sin. Whosoever committeth sin, like he was doing the same thing on the Sabbath, most times he tell you, hey, it's a sin for us not to wear fringes and ribbon of blue. Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. There it is. Okay? So, this is very important because the Spirit of the Most High that dwells in us telling us what we're supposed to do. There's somehow, right up, go back to Numbers 15 so I can really go over that. So it might be some new people that never heard this before. Let's start at verse 37, Numbers 15 to 37. These are commandments. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations. Like, fringes in the border of their garments throughout their generations, fringes. And when the generation now, it says, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. So he said, put this ribbon of blue. See the ribbon of blue there? Ribbon of blue on the fringe. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Most High, and do them. You have the fringes on, you look on the fringe, I got to keep the commandments. Got to do what's right. It's spiritual too. And that they seek not after their own heart. This will stop you from doing the things you want to do or have done. That's wicked. That's sinful. And that ye seek not after your own heart, your own mind, the way you think, and your own eyes, the lust that you have, after which ye used to go a-whoring, that ye may remember. He said this right after he told him what? This man picking up sticks. Y'all think it's a little light thing. I mean, that's why it don't fit the Most High. You think it's a light thing. Oh, I could do this here. The Most High gonna forgive me. You might as well go back to church. They don't say sin, but it's coming up here so the preacher can pray for you on the first day of the week, the wrong day to go to church anyway. Supposed to be the seventh day. Look at the calendar. Look at the seventh day. Count from the first day to the seventh day. See when that is. Sad. But people come up to the front of the church and the preacher praying for them. For what? Prosperity? Can't say sin because you're under the law. The law, what? Sin is the transgression of the law. We just read that. So you can do whatever you want to do. But the Most High said, mind you, he said this right after the man was picking up sticks. He said, kill him. And they all stoned him to death, picking up sticks on the Sabbath day. That you may remember, I just killed this man for picking up sticks. He did it a few times though. He was doing it. That's why we have to change. I keep saying I can't say it enough. But you know what's right and do what's right. Simple as that. Obey, be obedient. That you may remember to do all my commandments. Hear what he said? That's what he fringes for. That you may, and the ribbon of blue on top of it, he say, that you may remember to do all my commandments and be holy unto the Most High. I am the Most High, your power, which have brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your power. I am the Most High, your power. It's very important, y'all. Don't get it twisted, because people People have, come up with their own way to justify what it is that, how they feel. And the end result is not nice, man. It's not, I won't say nice, but that's another word. It doesn't mean what they say it means. It's opposite of what they say it means. Understand, overstand this. It's pretty serious how we've been programmed to think. Look at go to Ezekiel, the 2nd chapter. Ezekiel 2. Ezekiel 2, 2nd chapter. Ezekiel 2, verse 1. And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. See, the Spirit entered him. So, what was this Spirit that entered into Ezekiel? If thou mayest saith. Let's continue. Verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. How? By not obeying the Most High. Got their own way that they think, that they're going to do what they want to do. Remember when Moses went up to get the commandments, Israel started playing with idols, made a calf, started getting naked, running around this calf, talking about this is who brought us out of Egypt. Jeroboam, in charge of the northern tribes, he made 2 calves. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Idolatry to the utmost. And he said unto me, Son of man, verse 3, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. I love that. Because it's real, and it fits right along with us, even unto this very day. To us today. He know how you think. Go to Isaiah, the 30th chapter. Rebel against the Most High even unto this very day. That's why I go to Isaiah 30, verse 9. That this is rebellious people, lying children, lie and lie and lie and lie. Children that will not hear the law of the Most High, which say to the seers, see not, don't be looking at us. They were seers before they were called prophets. Same thing. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Don't tell us what's right. Speak to us smooth things. That's our people. Smooth things. Don't tell us what's right. We don't want to hear thus say the Most High. Or don't want to be corrected because they fools. You can't instruct them because they fools. And I must prove that because I'm saying that. Prophesy not unto us right things. Don't tell us what's right. What's right? The laws of the Most High is right. The commandments and the statutes of the Most High is right. And his judgment is all righteous. Speaking of the smooth things, prophesy deceits. Our people love to hear lies. That's what he's saying. Prophesy to us deceits. That's why they like the people of the world better than they do the people of the truth. People in the truth be dull to our people. That's why they want to hear lies. They want to hear the things of the world. That excites them. That's how you know the spirits. The spirits ain't changed. The spirits ain't right. The Most High said, you love the world. You at war with him. And they don't even realize it. They think, okay, well, they just operating the way they operate, but you at war with the Most High. You the enemy of the Most High. James 4:4 says it. Write that down. He tells you that. That's why they say death and hell will be thrown in the lake of fire. And all those names not written in the book of life behind their personal feelings and so forth. Or problems that they have. That they allow themselves to deal with and not the Most High. How he gonna help you? You can't pray to him and then you dealing with what you want to do. It don't work that way. He guides you. And he'll make things happen. You just gotta be patient. We just have to be patient, that's all. If we be patient, then we'll see him operate. He's gonna show up and show out. Believe me. Believe me. You pray for things, you keep saying things, you manifest what you say too. If you're in the spirit. But here they go. What they say? Get you out of the way. Verse 11. Get away from me. Turn aside out of the path. Don't be getting in my way. I'm going this way. This is what I'm going to do, or this is what I already did. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. I don't want to hear about no God stuff. That's what they know him as. You know, I'm saying Most High. They talking about God. I don't hear about all that. That's what they say. Get you out of the way. Get on out of my way. Get away from here with that. Turn aside out of the path because they want to do wickedness, so therefore they don't want to be judged. They don't want anybody to tell them what's right or they're wrong. Because they don't fear the Most High. Get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. And that's something. Because they rolling in error. Proverbs 1:7. I said they fools, we got to prove it. Proverbs 1:7. Oh, but it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Believe this. Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. Remember, the angels is tremble before him. And what did he tell us? Tremble before the Most High. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. So you trembling, you happy and joyful and all that? No, you trembling, you scared. You afraid. He said, the fear of the Most High, be afraid of the Most High, be scared of the Most High, to respect him is the beginning of knowledge. But fools, I called you a fool. Why? Because fools despise wisdom, which is a proper application of knowledge. How you listen to this, you learn it, you live it, and now you got to apply it once the book is closed.